I'm Dan, and this is 10,000 Hours of Indie, a podcast exploring new music and delving deeper into what goes on in the background of the independent music industry. I'm a musician and passionate music lover, and I wanted to delve deeper into new music in the independent scene around the world. I also saw this as a chance to help artists connect and share their stories, so if there's someone you hear and you want to find out more about, every podcast has links in the show description. Get involved, help this community grow, follow on the 10,000 Hours of Indie socials, you can find all the links in the show description. And also feel free to email me about anything music related, 10,000indie@gmail.com. I'm open to any ideas and love listening to your promos. Us are a Finnish band whose genre is challenging to pin down. Somewhere between garage rock, 60s rock and roll, punk and blues rock, their live shows are full of energy and you can't help but smile when they're on stage. They have shared the stage with Electric Six and the Libertines, as well as using their studio to record their debut album. They recently released their third single of the year, Murder in the Garden, and as both they and I are at Oddfest, it seemed like the perfect time to catch up with them. Hi guys.
Hi, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Hi, great to see you.
Hi.
So, busy. Do you guys ever take a break?
No, not really. I don't think we've never had a break, to be honest.
That's true.
There's some pictures of you skiing, though, last winter.
Well, that's
they might be
training for touring. So.
3 singles so far this year, and an album coming out the day that this is released.
Yeah, that's true.
Exciting times.
Oh, really exciting. And it's great that we can release these songs so rapidly, because it's only been, I don't know, maybe 5 months or 6 months since we recorded them. So it's great that we have the chance to release them so quickly.
That is pretty fast, because I've spoken to bands who have waited sort of 2 years because the roster of artists on the label has taken them that long.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then the first album that was recorded 2023, and so there we were waiting for a year. Yeah, year or even a bit more, depending in which area. In Finland, it was released sort of 2 years later than it was recorded.
So the excitement's building.
Oh, yeah.
And you were already playing the songs, I assume?
Yeah, we are. We have been playing a lot of the songs. Actually, even we were playing them for half a year before we even recorded them, I think, some of the songs.
So have I heard any before at Tallinn Music Week?
I don't think we did, yeah.
Okay.
I think all of the songs have been written after Tallinn Music Week.
Yeah.
So is it mostly new songs tonight, then?
Oh,
for anyone who didn't hear the interview I did with you last year, you don't have a set list, do you?
Yeah, we've never had one, so yeah.
You're a bit of an anomaly, which is fun.
It might be that we only hear very, very old songs.
Depends what the brain remembers.
So new ones that they aren't even on this album.
Your original bass player Rasmus left the band recently.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
how hard was that to deal with, and how has the band changed its dynamics since he left?
To be honest, not that hard, because we went to the studio. We didn't have shows immediately afterwards, but we did go to the studio quite soon afterwards. Yeah. And then, Max and I, we were playing the bass on the album. And so maybe you can say more about that, because you played most of the bass.
Yeah, so I think it actually benefited the songs quite well, because I think we thought more of what we should be playing individually.
Yeah.
With only one guitar and one bass. Yeah.
That's true.
But you have a bass player that plays live with you.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, so that was only in the studio. But then, so we were quite lucky in a sense that when Rasmus left, we were only in the studio for that period of time. And so then, like Max said, we had time to figure out all the songs by ourselves and record them like that. And then later on, we've had bass players with us on the shows.
So you just have session players that come and play with you, or have you got a regular player now?
Well, we have had the same person for a couple of shows now.
Okay, but he doesn't come and do the interviews.
No, it's 4 people on the album and 4 people on the band now.
Fair enough. I've mentioned the sort of genres you cover. What are your influences as a band? Who are the bands that you all sort of got together and went, we'd quite like to sound like them?
I don't think we've ever had that sort of discussion that we would like to sound like somebody. Yeah. Exactly. And I think there's actually been quite a lot of influences from very different sort of things. So I know some of the things that have been influencing us are these Muddy Waters is old blues band with harmonica, but then again, we don't really sound like that. And sometimes it might be even some sort of a jazz band that influences us. So it's a lot of different things And so we never really talk about a band that we definitely want to sound like them. But when we started, actually, Sly the Family Stone, that was a band that we used to listen to a lot always before going on stage. And obviously, like bands like Beatles.
You have the Beatles bow at the end as well.
Yeah, that's well spotted, actually.
As soon as I saw you the first time, I was like, my friend who was with me, we were in a covers band that played a lot of Beatles, and we just looked at each other and went, it's the Beatles bow.
Yeah, well,
that is the source. Yeah.
Definitely.
Cool. So how about Finnish bands? Are you aware of bands that are similar to you in Finland? For example, Flaming Sideburns and Knucklebone Oscar, I would say.
Yeah, actually, great that you mentioned Flaming Sideburns, because they have been an influence as well. And then they had the same producer who produced their albums, who was actually working with us on this album originally. But then we changed stuff, and then we ended up recording everything with a different producer in London.
Yeah.
But we had a great time working with this guy, Jürgen, who has produced Flaming Sideburns albums.
And also Ursus Factory now.
Yeah, that's right.
The last album.
Yeah.
I saw them at this year's Telemusic.
Oh, right. Yeah. So he produced their album as well.
Yeah, and we hope that we can work with Jürgen, like maybe in the next album.
Yeah. So he's a great guy, and then with Finnish bands, we do take a lot of influences, and there's Hurriganes, that's a band we love, Hurricanes, and then all of the bands that
had David Lindholm.
Yeah, David Lindholm's bands.
I love David Lindholm.
Like Penley and Rock and Roll Band and Blue Sounds, and all of those influences a lot.
You've just released 3 singles so far, the latest of which, Murder in the Garden, feels a little slower and bluesier than the previous 2.
Probably, yeah. I guess so, and it's a song that I think was sort of a last-minute addition in the studio. We weren't actually supposed to record it, I think.
And I think we learned it like in maybe half an hour just before recording it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was actually difficult for the bass player. So in this case, Mats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I think now we have to relearn it. I think we lost it. We had it for a moment, and then luckily somebody pressed the record button on that moment, and then we captured it, and now...
You're not going to blag it tonight, then?
Oh, I don't think so.
And I think with the newest album, actually any of the songs could have been single. So we knew one song beforehand that's going to be a single, but any other actually could have been or not.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yo-Yo was the one that we knew that we will release.
Yeah, that one does stand out as the most single-like of the 3 songs so far.
Great to hear that, and I sort of agree.
So tell us a little bit more about the album. It's coming out on the day this interview comes out as well. So,
that's true.
So what was your process in making the album? Because you're quite spontaneous on stage, but I guess that doesn't work when you're in a studio.
Well, it was very spontaneous, to be honest. Some might say that it was even too spontaneous. So what happened was that we were working on a completely different album, and we recorded, I think, like 25 songs. And then...
in Finland, actually.
Yeah, with Jürgen. And we thought we had everything recorded. And then one morning, just before going to a rehearsal, I was just fooling around with the guitar, and I sort of stumbled on Sunday After. And it came, but that was the fastest song I think I've ever written. And so I showed it, I don't know, half an hour later in the band rehearsal. And we all were so really happy about that song somehow. And then we thought that actually this song is more of the kind of stuff that we, at this very moment, we want to record.
Yeah.
But it didn't fit the album that we had recorded previously. And so we decided that let's scrap all those recordings and let's do the whole thing again.
That was the moment when Rasmus left. So
I think so too.
Maybe that was too much.
And so, maybe too spontaneous in that regard.
Actually, Man Ray was one of the few which was originally recorded already in Finland.
Yeah.
But Yo-Yo Revolution, all of those, Murder in the Garden, they were new songs.
Yeah, because then I sort of got inspired by that type of songs, and then the rest of it was written really fast. But then in London, actually, I think we worked very fast, and the producer was really great with that. So actually what he did, because he realized that maybe the main thing with the band is like the spontaneous side. And so what happened was that we always recorded these backing tracks live, and one of us playing the bass and another one playing the guitar. So immediately after we got a take, and usually he was very quick to say like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that, he wanted either one of us to sing the song already then, and then to add the other guitar, and then to add everything then. So we always worked so we got through songs very quickly. Like usually what happens is that people record like let's say all the backing tracks first, and then all the tambourines, and then all the cowbells and so on. So this was actually a great way of working, that you finished the whole song immediately. And I think that was his way of making sure that the energy stays there all the time.
Yeah,
and
so
then
you've
we
got
stay
that
in the
live
mood.
feeling
Yeah, and
that
then
you
we
guys
stay in
have.
the mood of the song.
And I think everything was like actually like maximum take 4
Yeah.
to the album. Like it was really fast, because previously it has been like sometimes like 15 takes of same song, but now it was just
that's
a
cool.
lot faster.
Yeah. So what's happening to the 25 songs that are sitting on the floor somewhere?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
that's a really good question, and I think a lot
Can
of
my
them.
band have them?
Well,
Of course.
yeah. So I don't know. It's a good question. Some of them I think we'll be playing and we'll be releasing later, and so on. And so then again, after those 25, there will also be new 25. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Or maybe there will be like a deluxe box set of all these hidden
5 CD box set by the time you've done the next album.
The thing that we should do is that we record all of them on like a cassette, and we tape those cassettes around the town. And if you find one of those, then you get to hear those
Winner.
songs. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how long did the album actually take to record in the end then? Because you said it was
Actually,
fast.
1 week.
4 days. It's 4 days in one studio, and then we came back and recorded Yo-Yo Revolution in a different studio. So 5 days in total.
Wow.
So actually, Yo-Yo Revolution was the only song that we weren't satisfied with the first sessions.
Yeah.
So we actually went back to the other one to do it again, because it just didn't feel right yet.
Yeah.
Did it just not have the energy of the others?
I
maybe?
think that's the problem. Yeah,
maybe.
Well, this is going
It's
to answer a
all
lot.
hard to tell.
And it's going to answer a lot of the questions about why Mats is playing most of the bass. So what happened was, in the original version, that was the one where I was playing the bass, and then I'm not saying that it was because of that, but somehow we thought the song didn't work, and then Max played the bass, and weirdly it started working. So
is Max the better bass player?
Oh yes,
Okay.
I definitely think
There's
so.
no arguments about
I don't think there is. No.
Okay.
Well, there's one bass line I'm happy
Which
with.
is actually Man Ray, isn't it?
So is it you that normally brings a song to the band, or does everybody do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the moment it's
Sometimes
been
Gavin
me.
Intron. Sometimes Limestone. Usually Tio.
So you recorded these in London?
Yeah.
Where in London were you recording?
Well,
So that was Fish Factory Studios.
yeah, nobody knows where that was. Oh,
Willesden.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay, wow.
Okay.
That's great. Okay,
So kind of like a suburban area, sort of.
it was a strange. Well, we didn't think actually that it was that strange area. But what happened was that we met the producer, and then he was asking like, so where are you guys staying? And we said, well, obviously very close to the studio. We were staying in this really cheap hostel. And he was saying like, no, I hope not near the studio, because that's not a good area. Yeah, definitely. It's very close to the studio. And he was like, all right. So, well, when you go out of the studio, you don't turn left, do you? Because that's a really dodgy area. And we were like, actually, now that you mentioned it, we do turn left when we go. And then he was quiet for a moment, then said, well, I think you'll make it out alive. And so I don't know what he meant, because we never saw.
It was all right.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was a great studio.
Yeah.
You're still young. You can get away with things like that. So are there any surprises on the album? Is there anything that you haven't done before that you did here?
Well, a big surprise for us was that, because we thought that the previous album was quite short, and I think we managed to make even shorter albums. So that's one surprise. But then the other one is that there is one song which is only Max singing and I'm playing acoustic guitar, and I think that's we haven't done that before.
Yeah.
So that was that was recorded live like that.
I haven't heard the album, obviously. I've only heard the singles at this stage.
All right.
Favourite song from the album? And then when I listen to it, I'm going to know which of you likes which one the most.
All right. So I would have to say that's, as a songwriter, I would say that song that I mentioned, the acoustic guitar and singing, that's the one I'm most proud of.
What's that called?
On the Waterfront.
Okay.
There's a couple of beautiful ballads in this album. My favorite is Maybe I.
There's a song called It Is Gone. I like that one a lot. I'll say Sunday After.
So none of you picked the singles.
That's true. And the weird thing is that we pick the slow songs.
Yeah.
And you don't you don't get to hear those at the shows.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
so.
that might be why you like them, because you know you're not going to
We
have
don't
to play
play
them.
them. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, you don't get bored of them because you're
Or
not
maybe
playing
it's
them
that we
over
like them so much that we don't think we are doing justice to them.
I actually completely forgot all the singles. I was just thinking the rest of the album, but yeah.
I've looked through your music videos. It does seem that most of you need yo-yo lessons.
Oh yeah, I think all of us need. And then, well, what
It's
happened
quite a
with
harsh statement.
people might think that that's the first time we are trying it, but by that point of the video, we had been trying to do it for 4 hours. It's all on tape. It was not getting better at any point.
We have to release all 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you didn't get in a yo-yo teacher to give you sort of a couple of days of...
Oh, well, actually, so what happened was that the whole name Yo-Yo Revolution, the three of us were in the same school. So to our school, when we were kids, like the primary school,
Yep.
into the school, this yo-yo master came to the school to teach every kid how to do these yo-yo things, and he gave this booklet, and he also gave yo-yos to everybody. And we were just sort of trying to remember that, like, why did that happen? Like, was there a moment in time when that was like a really big thing for that week or something? And nobody learned anything, and so we were wondering about that, and then reading about it, we went to Yo-Yo Wikipedia, and it said that there was a Yo-Yo revolution at some point. And then I remember Pan saying, like, well, that's a great name for an album. And obviously we didn't use it as a name of the album.
But you've got a song out of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got music videos for every song you've released from this album.
That's true.
Not something many bands are doing now. Why?
That's a good question. Well, I think we like videos.
We had quite a lot of footage at the moment, shot by Super 8 film, because we did like a feature short film with the band,
Okay.
like the four of us.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been released, but we have all the like deleted scenes now, and we are using them.
Okay.
So I think that short film will be out next year.
Yeah.
And so when you watch the Academy Awards, obviously you'll notice us picking up the one. So
how did that come about then?
well, because we were thinking that that could really, like, some sort of statue would really help, like the feng shui of the room. So we thought, like, we have to make a film to win one. No, so I don't know. To be honest, what happened was that we were on tour and we were flying somewhere, and usually we are just scattered around the plane. But then we happened to be sitting next to each other with Pan, and so we just thought, well, now let's just write a script. And we were thinking of making like a 2-hour-long film and all of this and shoot it on film. But by the time we shot it, we realized that this, like, it's going to be 10 minutes or something like that. I think it's something that we are really proud of, actually. And
because when you tour, you have so much like free time.
Yeah.
So actually, you can do a film.
that's true.
During
Yeah, and
that
it's not about us, but it features a sort of a imaginary band called Us, played by us.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's sort of...
Is this your sort of step a bit closer towards being the Beatles then, having your own films as well?
Well,
Or the Monkeys.
okay. Yeah, all right.
It has something similar to
Yeah.
films, so...
Okay.
But, so that's that, and I think we watch a lot of films, because that was earlier. I said that we don't sort of discuss or like listen to album and then say like, we have to sound like that. But what we were doing when we were recording the album, every night we would watch one Orson Welles film,
Yeah.
and so working through his filmography, and I think maybe that influenced the album, but then it certainly influenced the short film.
Oh, I'm really intrigued now. I'll have to come to the preview when you put that out.
Even like the album cover, I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't
but
think I
that's
have.
taken from the short film.
That's true, yeah. So most of these music videos, the bits that are shot on film, those are taken from the short film, and the bits that are not are...
Yeah, the yo-yo thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But
Okay.
I think that'll be the next one, will be the 4-hour art film of us learning the yo-yo.
I'm not sure the world needs that.
Yeah, well, we are trying to sell it to Netflix, maybe as a series.
4-part drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where one member leaves the band because they just can't yo. Or they can yo, but they can't yo-yo.
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed a recent picture of you playing in, or a picture you've posted recently, should I say, of you playing in Dubrovnik Bar. Was that the new Dubrovnik or the old Dubrovnik?
That's
That's the new one. Yeah.
How is it? Because I used to organise hundreds of gigs at the old one, but I haven't been to the new one yet.
Oh, really?
So I think actually we were all really surprised that I think it's definitely or even better than the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, the sound was really good. I like that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Did you ever play at the old one then?
We did, yeah.
Under a different name, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you were still Grandmother Corn back then?
We were. It was an acoustic show, and then we played a couple of songs. It was one of the first shows actually we ever did. We were sort of a support act there, actually, for our parents' band, to be honest. So that was one of the first, definitely one of the first ones.
Yeah.
But we played there twice, but that was only acoustically.
Yeah.
And so this one, but this
new one is great.
It's really great. We have the record release show in the new Dubrovnik on the 25th of September.
Okay.
And that just goes to show how good we are with numbers. So the album comes out on 26th of June, and we have the record release show on the 25th of September. So almost.
So people have got to wait 3 months for the album launch party.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Right, I've put live shows, and then I've just put 8 sets at Glastonbury.
Oh, 9, to be honest.
9, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was great. And we did it, I think we did that 2 times, like twice we've played 9 shows.
Yeah.
I think there was actually one that was like a private, because there are these backstage stages for the crew.
Yeah.
And so there was one in the crew, on a crew stage.
Right.
And so we couldn't sort of list that. I think that was the first one we did last year. I think we started with a crew thing, and
For
then
me, all the different Glastonburys, they are like
Too many to mention.
it's hard to say
but
which one
I
was
think
which
it's
year.
always been so that the very last one has always been the best show in Glastonbury.
Yeah, definitely.
So that
And that's always been like Gas Mail's stage. Like
Rocket Lounge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were probably barely born when I went to Glastonbury last time.
All right.
I saw Bowie in 2000.
Wow,
Oh, wow.
That was my last Glastonbury. So, despite being an independent band, because I only talk to independent bands, in Europe you are still an independent band, but in Japan you're signed to Sony. What would you say are the differences between your audiences in Europe and your audiences in Japan? Because I've heard Japanese shows can be quite wild.
Oh yeah, the audience there is brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But in Europe, actually, I have to say, in every country it is different.
Yeah.
For example, there's a very big difference between the audience in Finland and in Denmark, and Finland and UK, and Denmark and UK, and all that. I think the European audience that is closest to the Japanese audience was actually in France.
I've heard the French love their shows.
Yeah, because that actually has been the closed one. But then everywhere else, I think it's always different.
Did we get somebody through like an beer bottle to the stage in France? Didn't
Really?
that happened in
That was when you started singing.
Harsh.
Maybe they actually struck, and then I can't remember it anymore.
That's also a strange festival because like it was like half an hour before our show. Nobody. It was a trance musicals festival in December in Rennes.
In Rennes, yeah.
So there was nobody there, and like we were like, all right, let's see what happens.
Maybe it was even like 15 minutes before the show, because it was the last show of the year, and we were sort of going, well, it has been a great year. Yeah. It doesn't matter. There's nobody here, but it was a massive hall, somewhere like where airplanes go to sleep. I don't know. Hangar. That's the right word.
Like the national TV to like ask questions about us, and we were like, really? Because there's nobody there. So are you sure? But then suddenly, massive.
Yeah, because so we were
sold out audience.
It was. I think it was thousands of people.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, it's like it can't be 8,000. I think it was
8,000.
It was 8,000 people there suddenly, and it only in a space of 15 minutes. Yeah. So I don't know what happened there.
When you played at Tallinn Music Week last year, I noticed the sound engineer didn't seem to know how to engineer sound for a harmonica.
All right.
As an audience member, we could barely hear it at any stage during the entire gig.
No worries.
You were very lucky then.
But you just looked like you paid. Well, you looked more like you should have been in a K-pop band, because all we could see was the dancing and not the sound.
This explains something, because after the gig I got so weird looks, like pitiful looks, so maybe that was the reason.
It was a great gig, though. Really good
thank
gig.
you very much. Some say it was actually even better without the harmonica.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it with the harmonica today.
Careful what you wish for.
You don't actually seem to play in Finland that often anymore,
well, no,
but you've now got quite a long run of shows coming up.
So this is for the first time, really. So you're right, we haven't really played here that much, and so it's very nice to play here, now here this year.
It has been like phases. Like when we started with a band with a different name, we were only playing Finland.
Well, quite quickly we went outside.
Yeah, well, maybe after 1 year, and then we went to the Europe to play on the streets. Then we changed the name. Then we actually went to UK. And with us, we haven't been playing in Finland.
I've noticed, though, and I think this might end up being the same with you guys, is that in order for a band to become big in Finland that are from Finland but singing in English, you have to be successful elsewhere and bring that success back to Finland.
Well, I think it might be. I think it might be true. Yeah, it's obviously it's tricky for us to say. We might be too close to sort of notice that. Yeah, I guess you are right. Yeah.
You've got a few shows booked through the summer, including some festivals, and you've just said you've got your album launch in September. Yeah. What have you got planned beyond that? Or are you not allowed to tell me?
Well, actually, we are going to Japan again in September.
Okay, I think that one's announced. I think I saw that one,
immediately after the record release show. It's like the day after we will be...
Was it that you're playing a festival over there?
No, we're playing now in July. We are back in Fuji Rock.
Yeah.
And then
we are playing like headline
shows, in clubs in September.
Yeah, first time ever in Kyoto. And then also quite big one in Tokyo.
So how big is a headline show in a club in Japan then?
Well, no, the Tokyo one that's the biggest we've had. It's 900 people.
So it's sort of Tabastia size.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and then beyond that, it'll be club shows sort of everywhere.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Finnish tour at some stage?
That we can't reveal.
By the way, we are playing all this summer.
Mallasfest. Actually, funny thing is that you mentioned Flaming Sideburns.
Yeah.
So they are also playing there on that same festival. That festival is actually organized by the guy we mentioned, Jürgen, who's their producer. So yeah, they are playing there and we are. So we can definitely recommend that to everybody. It's a great festival.
The final question. What music are you listening to at the moment that listeners of the podcast may not be aware of and should take some time to check out?
Oh, I have been listening now almost all the time, a rock and roll band, like from 1975. They actually did only one album.
Okay.
With David Lindholm, Pave Maijanen, and Affe Forsman. Yeah, so a trio.
Yeah.
Really great album.
Well, I don't know if this is obscure, really, but for me it's maybe obscure. I don't usually listen to this kind of stuff, but Suzanne Vega, an American folk pop singer, especially her albums from the 80s are really good. So
I've been listening to Otis Redding actually quite a lot.
Nice.
Recently.
Really?
Very cool.
So yeah, that's really good.
For me, it's actually a lot of artists that Alain Toussaint, this great New Orleans producer and songwriter, has produced, and maybe, well, for example, Lee Dorsey.
Yep.
Him I've been listening to a lot. And all of this stuff that Alain Toussaint was producing.
Working in a Coal Mine by Lee Dorsey is one of my favourite tracks.
Oh, right. Yeah,
brilliant song.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's about it. So for people wishing to find out more about us, their website is usbandofficial.com, and they can be found on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The album is out today, the day this comes out. Thanks for being with me, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.